And I think I'm going to drive about maybe 7 miles back and forth. Okay, so reset that number. Wait, what's it? See, here's the problem with dual clutches. They break. Come on, do something. Come on. Oh, God, now okay. Hello, and welcome to an episode of Automation of the Car Could Be Tycoon. In today's episode, I'm going to be making an economy car, which sounds boring because, well, it is boring. I don't got anything else to say about that. So, to find an economy car, I was thinking about something that was kind of like a little hatchback or something like that. Now, these are mods. In this one, I wanted to make a limo for this episode, I admit. However, when I got into BeamNG Drive, it decided to break the front steering every single time I loaded the mod. And also, I'm not making an SUV because I haven't tested that or have the time to test it. So, I think I'm going to go with this one. A little hatchback, 4 doors. This one right here. And the drag is 2.76. Okay, that should be pretty good, really. Yeah, okay. So, since we want this to have good fuel economy, it has to be light. So, the panel material is going to be aluminum. The chassis type is going to be monocoque since it's pretty light. And then the chassis material, since this is going to be like the frame, steel. And then, usually I never choose the front transverse layout, but I am going to do for here because you have the less drivetrain losses. And then, double wishbone suspension is what I'm going to go for in the front. And then the rear suspension, that is going to be multi-link suspension because multi-link suspension is just the best. Why do you think basically every car manufacturer uses it? Well, I mean, except Ford on some of their small SUVs. Okay, multi-link. Because also, if you just notice here, double wishbone, just everything's bad. Okay, multi-link. And increase the quality of that a little bit. And next here. So, since I want really good, well, this is an economy car. Inline 3. Just 3 little tiny cylinders there. And the bore. I was thinking maybe about 1.2 liters or something like that. 1.4. Close enough. And black material. I always do this where I go this and then I skip over to here. And before I do this. So the black material. Aluminum because it's light. It might warp really easily if you're working on a warm engine. But it's light. Dual overhead cams. And 5 valves per cylinder because notice, better, just better. Really, the only difference between aluminum and ALSI is the weight. I mean, the tooling cost obviously is much higher, but yeah, aluminum works. But wait, Okay, looks like I'm actually gonna go for 4 valves per cylinder because it lets me have variable valve lift. And then cast iron and cast. But actually, I want this to be kind of a high revving engine. So, bullet steel, lightweight titanium, and lightweight forged. Now, the reason for this is because, well, it can rev to, like, the sky, basically, with this configuration and not very many liters. Okay, increase the quality. Next. So, the compression. And the quality of this, well, really, I am actually just going to decrease the quality for this one. But anyway, compression. That's going to have to be pretty high. And the cam profile, I'm going to leave it there for just now. Variable valve profile, I'm still going to leave it there for just now. Actually, I am going to decrease that a little bit. Variable valve timing on all the cams. Next, turbocharger, because you want to have some power out of this engine. I mean, really, the turbocharger, as long as you're not stepping on the gas all the time, it's going to give you really good fuel economy. Whereas with a lot of new cars, how they have the turbos, everyone's just stepping on the gas because they have so much power. But then when you step on the gas, they get horrible gas mileage because you're shoving all that power through the engine. Okay, fuel economy preset. And increase this because it can only help. And injection, direct injection per cylinder because with direct injection, you get the best fuel efficiency and the best with emissions. And per cylinder. Now for the intake, something, I think I'm just going to go for performance because it gives you better airflow. It's a little bit light. It is a little louder though. And for the fuel type, I want to run this thing on premium fuel, which is, in some places, that's actually the maximum fuel you're able to get. And Well, actually, I've seen some places where the maximum is like 93. Okay, fuel mixture. I'm gonna keep that right there. Now, next here, ignition timing. Obviously, you want advanced ignition time instead of retarded ignition timing because you don't want to be retarded. But actually, what that'll do is it does give you more power, and in general is just better. Why do you think on the new Mazdas with their Sky Active Turbo, they advanced the timing like crazy on that thing? Anyway, RPM limit. I can assume it's probably going to go 8,000 RPM or more. Quality up. I don't want this thing to cost like $1 million though, so because no one's going to buy an economy car for a crap ton of money, as it is an economy car. Okay, two-way, baffled, and we're having valve float issues. But look how we're, okay, so increase the quality of the exhaust system. Actually, just increase it to maximum so that it's really quiet. Now, I'll mess with the turbo and stuff later, but valve float. You know, it's probably right here. That's probably yep, that's the reason why it was having valve float. Okay, so right now, it is at 27%, which is actually really good. That's better than, okay, yesterday I went through here for a long time, just seeing, okay, what makes the most, what's the best for this. And really, I'm figuring out that just flying through this is, well, basically the same. I have a screenshot right now of the vehicle. It is 27%. 27.03. Of course, it has about 20 more horsepower than this, though. Can I increase the compression? Yes, I can. To a point. Now, the cam profile. Increase that a little bit. Is that doing literally nothing? I mean, nothing except for giving you actually pretty good fuel economy. So leave that there. And decrease this. Oh, that's weird. It says lower octane when you increase it, but actually, I just saw there, I decreased it, and it went for, like, lower octane, because, see, look, I increased it, and then the octane went up. So, decrease that. That's about what I want. Okay. 28.4%. Now, the aspiration of the turbocharger. This is going to be something that is going to take me a little while to do. So, the compressor needs to be a little bit bigger. Now the turbine. I want the turbo to come on at kind of high RPM rather than low RPM, so that you get good fuel economy and you don't just press on the throttle and oh look, the turbo build up. So I'm just going to increase the turbine a little bit. Actually, a bit more than that. It looks like we're having an issue knocking. Okay, decrease that a little then. And so how's everything else going here? The intercooler is actually really good. Can I decrease that a little? Yeah. Okay, about there. That's good. I'm just going to increase it a little bit more. And now with this, I'm going to increase the quality a little more. Increase the maximum boost a little. Now, something's, yeah, okay, it's knocking. Take the boost back down. Now as for this. I increased the fuel mixture a little. No, okay. Stay at that. And then retard the timing a little bit. And then also just have it kind of rev a little more. Because who doesn't want a revving engine? Okay, there. That's good. And really, since this car's going to be really light, I'd say I just need a tiny bit more power out of it. So to get just a little tiny bit more horsepower out of it, why not just increase this? Oh yeah, look at that. Also increase the stroke a little. Okay, this is looking good. Then there's efforts from valve float. Well, yeah, okay, but I haven't done anything with the quality setting of the valves and that sort of thing. But if I just keep increasing this a little bit, I get, okay, come on, there's 30%. Now, next here, increase the quality of the top end a little. Now the top end has a lot better quality. Can I increase the compression a little bit? Yes, I can increase it to there. Now that the compression is better, this is actually pretty good here. Can I give it a little more boost? Okay, and then it knocks with a little more boost. Increase quality by 1. Still knocks, and it's gonna knock no matter what. Okay, decrease the boost a little then. What if I put like a journal bearing on this? Yeah, I'm just gonna go ball bearing. And then I can increase the RPM limit a little bit until right there, because if I increase it any more, then the Conrods start to have issues. Anyway, so emissions is really good. The octane value is, well, you can't run anything less than yeah, you definitely can't run anything less than 95 octane in this. And then the fuel efficiency is 30.6%. I can't wait to see what that actual fuel efficiency is, because that's the percentage. However, I know that if you have, like, let's just say 27%, and then you have a body that weighs about 2,600 pounds, you can get about 50 miles per gallon. So let's go next here, and let's just listen to how it sounds. That doesn't sound like any, like, turbo 4 popper that I've heard. That's for sure. But since it does rev a little more, can I do something with the compressor? Okay, good. Except for fuel economy. Decrease the compressor just a tiny bit. Turbine. I need to increase that a little. Now it's knocking, or so. No, it's not knocking. But what is it? It says the engine is knocking. Last time I checked, the engine isn't knocking. Well, it's not knocking. Until right there, but look, it's not knocking. Yeah, looks like I'm just gonna bring that right back down. I mean, 159 horsepower and something that weighs as much as a shoe, that's gonna be okay. So, next testing. Yeah, we've already heard it, so next. Okay, the body is gonna be a hatchback. I want 5-door hatchback. And then is there anything I want to do with the body here? Yes, I want to make those wheel arches a little wider. But overall, I want to kind of make this... I wish you could make the roof a little shorter, because that would give better fuel economy, basically. But low hood line, pull that back. Okay, there. That should be good. But actually, what I noticed is that if you just keep this on, you can mix around with the body while you're doing other stuff, too. Why not just make this a blueberry? Now, for the lights. I feel like these lights, I can always make them look okay on a lot of cars. Okay, now, taillights. The taillights, just throw some Mustang taillights on it because I don't know what else to throw on there. Okay, and now, you notice that it says indicator, but if you look here, there's already an indicator on the light. So, yeah, or that might be a reflector. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it like that. So, the grill. What sort of grill do I want? Oh god, I don't want a Lexus grill. But just to screw around, let's see what it looks like when you throw a Lexus grill on here. Throw it on there. Make it the correct size. Actually, you know, with that grill, I am going to keep it. Okay, I know some people don't like the way that Lexus grills look, but I kind of like them. Makes it look like the car is going to eat the car that's in front of it. No sunroof or moonroof. Yeah, okay. Oh, also increase the time. I always forget to do that. Lip, spoiler, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this. That can get on right there. Now, door handle. Just some chrome door handles, yeah. It doesn't make sense to see chrome door handles on a car. Okay, mirrors. Something small and aerodynamic. This, maybe? Yeah, they're small. Gonna be horrible visibility, though. Number plate. How about something really dumb? Oh, God. Yeah, that is quite a dumb license plate. Oh, God. Jesus. Smaller. Okay, whatever. And the wheels. Something aerodynamic. So I'm not going to look for a wheel that looks great. I'm going to look for a wheel that has good aerodynamic properties. Oh, you know, these might actually have good aerodynamic properties because they might help with the wind going around. Because notice they're like a propeller. But I was thinking of more something flat. like that. Yeah, those are aerodynamic. Exhaust tip. Oh god. This is gonna have twin exhaust because fake exhaust, man. They're like the best invention ever, except for being the worst invention ever. Okay, next. Not all-wheel drive. This needs front-wheel drive because it's light. And then, oh, and also front-wheel drive, you have less drivetrain losses because you'd lose some power in the drivetrain, but there's less crap going on in the front with front-wheel drive. Okay, and then the gearbox is going to be a dual clutch because dual clutches get good fuel economy. However, they do, well, they're not very reliable whatsoever. And top speed, I'd say this thing could probably top out at about 150, but I'm going to make the top speed a little higher because the higher the top speed is with the gearing, then what that means is that the car will get better fuel economy because when you're on the highway, the revs will be a lot lower. Okay, so really everything's better with an electronic limited slip, so it's going to have an electronic limited slip. And so look right here, if you increase this, you have better fuel economy and less power loss, so increase that. Now the tire is radial, and then a medium compound. Now, as for the tire width, in the rear, I guess they could be something like, I want a square tire setup, and then that, since it is a square tire setup, I'm going to decrease that a little, and then, okay, that should be good. And now increase the tire size, because a bigger tire, 18-inch wheels, okay, yeah, that works. And light wheels, alloy wheels. Okay, increase that a little. Next, vented discs in the front, 4-piston, so if you're going down a big hill, you don't completely roast them. And just 11-inch brakes in the front, and in the rear, solid disc. 1 piston works. Actually, 2 pistons work in the front, actually. 9-inch in the rear. And pad type. Increase that because this thing will definitely have some... Well, I mean, there's no vents for brake cooling. This wheel will not help with brake cooling, so you need some good pads so that they don't roast themselves. Increase this because that helps the... Yeah, I know one or more quality settings are kind of high. Screw off. Okay, underbody. That would be... I'm going to put some full cladding under the body so that the body under it is more flat, which means better aerodynamics. And active wing, no. Cooling flaps, no. Front wing angle. Less drag. How is there a wing on this? It doesn't make any sense. What does it mean by front wing angle? Whatever. Decrease and decrease. Okay, so brake airflow. This is going to need some pretty good brakes. What sort of required cooling is it going to need? It's going to need about that. But increase it a little so that we have some good cooling for the brakes too. And then for this, increase the quality of it so that there's less drag and less weight. Next. Okay, a bench seat in the rear and 2 seats in the front. Now interior. Just a standard interior and basic infotainment because you can't actually sell a car today if it has nothing. And increase the quality because lower weight. Next. Power steering. Electric, I believe, should be lighter. No, it's the same. Well, actually, it will be better because it takes, it doesn't take any power from the engine to run it, whereas hydraulic, it requires a belt to run it. And traction aids, electronic stability control, because every car needs to have that today. And the quality, increase that. Now, the safety, just standard 10s, because you need at least standard technology, because it's standard. It's a reason why it's called standard. Anyway. Leave that where it is. I'm not going to change it. I should decrease that a little. Who cares about if you died in a crash? Okay, suspension. I'd say, well, I don't know what the difference in weight is. Wait, let me look here. Okay, this stuff, it doesn't let me show it until I get to the end of here. How about twin tube? Yeah, gas mounted tube. And then for the sway bar, passive. Now I can look here. So where is... I need to know now where the crap is... Okay, so right there is the weight. Standard springs. How much do those weigh? Okay, it actually doesn't change anything. How about this? Does that change anything? No. Okay, set up the suspension for comfort, I guess. Okay, now ride height. I want that to go down a little bit so that you get a little better fuel economy, as it's going to be more aerodynamic. Increase the quality here. What's the fuel economy? Okay, 48 miles per gallon. That's pretty good considering this isn't a hybrid. However, I know I can do better here. So also decrease that a little more. Now, since I know I can do better, let's go back here, decrease that. Decrease this. Increase. Let's just have 4 seats in the back. But they're not as good of seats. It would really help on weight if I just put a basic interior on here. So I will. Oh yeah, and full cladding, obviously. Now let's take a look at this. Wait, can I not see that? Okay, here it is. Okay, 52. Let's see, so if I go to aerodynamics, is there any difference between none and fully cladded? Oh yes, there is. Decreasing the cooling air for a little bit. Okay. Now the brakes. Increase the size a little. Okay, so I've gotten this all the way. Oh wait, if I went for a carbon fiber. Oh, that's $2,000 for the. Okay, I'm keeping an alloy. Anyway, 52 miles per gallon. And how much does it weigh? Weigh $7,900. Okay. That's really cheap considering the engine that I put in here and all that crap on it. The weight, 2,500 pounds. That's good. I mean, really, if you think about it, at $8,000, you could afford carbon fiber wheels. That's like how the Prius, the hatchback, is actually made out of carbon fiber. So, 159 horsepower. Okay, this is really good. Of course, me. You know me. Okay, I can't stand it. Let's just go to Beam and Drive. Name, Eco. Okay. Now let's go hop in the Beam and Drive. Okay, so first things first, since this is an economy car, I gotta go here and then add the Trip computer app, which is right here. So put that over there. And what this thing will tell me is it's going to tell me what my fuel economy is. And what I'm going to do is when I spawn it up, I'm going to see what my average fuel economy is in that thing. Of course, I'm going to drive around for like 20 minutes, but you're not going to see me drive around for 20 minutes, as that would be retarded. Anyway, so this is the one I made before, but this is my current one. And oh yeah, remember the limo I talked about? Look what happens when I spawn it. You hear that braking sound? No steering. I can click left and right all I want. It just goes forward. It doesn't steer at all. And the funny thing is that you can actually get it to kind of steer on its own a little bit. Of course, you can't actually control it at all. Let's see, look, wide. You can see the wheels kind of sort of moving around a little. But right now, it's about to go crash. Surprised it hasn't crashed yet. And there, it just crashed. Anyway, back to the point. Eco. Okay, so reset my average fuel consumption. Reset. Okay, anyway. That's really quiet. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go off for like 20 minutes and just go see what the fuel economy is. However, keep in mind, this is like a San Francisco sort of place, so there are some hills like that. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been driving around here for about 10 minutes, and I've decided not to go the full 20, because really, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so you can see I've been averaging about 36 miles per gallon, actually about 37, just clicked over on that, and really, this car varies a lot. When you go up the slightest hill, you get, like, 20 to 10, like, watch this. Oh god, sliding. So, I'm just gonna go up this hill a little. And instantaneously, it's 7 miles per gallon up the hill. It's not even a big hill. And then we go on to something like this, and it's just flat, and you can get basically whatever fuel economy your foot pleases. And really, this is city driving, and I've been staying around 30 to 40 miles an hour. There was sometimes when I went a little below it, and there were sometimes when I went quite a lot, actually above 40. Let's just see how far I drove. I drove about 6 miles. So now 6 miles? Yeah, it's pretty good. So now, I'm curious as to what sort of power this car has. Okay, step on the gas. I mean, it's enough. It's not gonna blow your mind away, but it's enough power. Now time to go see what it gets on the highway, and I can only imagine what this thing will get on the highway cruising at 60. Okay, so also something I noticed is that this car actually is quite soft suspension. So just like if I slam the brakes. Okay, now time to go get on the highway here. Really what I would like out of this engine is if the turbo was tuned to come out into a little bit higher throttle. Because like if I give it just, if I put my throttle into, if I just put a little throttle into it, God I can't talk, it just, the turbo comes out a lot. I mean, yes, 1 pound of boost, but 1 pound of boost is kind of a lot. Right now it's decreasing because I'm driving a little faster than I was in the city. Okay, now time to get on the highway. And I think I'm going to drive about maybe 7 miles back and forth. Okay, so reset that number. Wait, what's it? See, here's the problem with dual clutches. They break. Come on, do something. Come on. Oh, God, now, okay. That's great. So, I'm like, come on, do something. And then all of a sudden it just goes, okay, wheel spin. Okay, so reset average fuel economy. And now I'm just gonna drive until I go about let's just say 5 or 6 miles on the highway. Okay. Now accelerate to 60. Come on. There's 60. Wait, what? Why didn't the engine just die? Weird. Okay, now it's revving it like crazy. Stop. No, I think I'm gonna manually shift it. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, accelerate. It's weird. Then it just cut out. Whatever. There it did again. Well, I mean, here's the issue. I have to keep stopping and then turning around, which is not really good for my fuel economy. So I'd say that it really, if I didn't have to stop, I could probably get 50 miles per gallon. Okay, now let's just see how this thing... Let's see what this engine has. That traction control... I think the traction control is what killed the engine earlier. Okay, shut up, traction control. Go on. Yeah, so, I mean, like, yeah, curious what the top speed is. Right now we're going up a slight incline. Right, there's 100. Keep in mind, this right now is making 140 horsepower, and it just hit 100 miles an hour. Jesus. Okay. Okay, let's just end it this way. Okay, it's a good economy car. Hope you liked it. Goodbye.